Previously on historical geocaching. My dad and I are enjoying a ranger talk at Moccasin Bend National Archaeological District in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Ranger Chris Young has shared even more about the internal controversies of the Cherokee Nation regarding the Trail of Tears. The various factions were so mad at each other that it was not even safe for those who supported the Treaty of New Echota to travel with those who didn't.
This is a beautiful setting. I think it's amazing every time I am able to come out here and just look over the Tennessee River and see across to the gap. And like we were talking about, except for your house that's going to be built over there right now, it's so pristine. I mean, except for the little trailer over there, but we're going to try to wipe that out. I mean, that's just the ridge lines and just the thought of the beauty and the vision of the beauty that's the river and that's the gap across the way. But it wasn't that way in the 1830s. And I didn't memorize this, but I want to share something with you. I want to share a piece of a letter that was written by William Cootie to John Howard Payne on the departure of one of the land detachments. You see, all these Cherokee that were going out were called detachments. So that June detachment that left and was sweltering and sweating, when they got to this point on the Tennessee River, they looked ahead of them and they saw those ridge lines. In October, that detachment of those who supported that Treaty of New Echota got here to this side of the river, and they looked across the river to those ridge lines, and they couldn't see beyond them. You see, the controversies that found themselves in those two detachments, when they got here to this river, it didn't matter who had signed the Treaty of New Echota and who hadn't signed the treaty, and who may have been one of those 13,000 signatures that John Ross took to Washington. It doesn't matter at that point. When you get here and you look across that river, what do you see? What do you see? Ridges, mountains, your future. What future? Where are you going? When does it stop? How far do you travel? How many lives will be lost? You see, at that point, the controversy in my mind goes away and breeds. How far is it? Will we survive? Can we keep it together to get to our destination? Here's what Cootie says. At length the word was given to move on. I glanced along the line, the form of a going snake. An aged and respected chief, his head 80 winters had whitened, mounted on his favorite pony, passed before me and led the way in advance, followed by a number of young men on horseback. horseback. At this very moment, a low sound of distant thunder fell on my ear. In almost an exact western direction, a dark spiral cloud was rising on the horizon and sent forth a murmur, I almost fancied a voice, of divine indignation for the wrongs of my poor people and unhappy countrymen, driven by brutal power from all they loved and cherished in the land of their fathers to gratify the cravings of avarice. The sun was unclouded, no rain fell, the thunder rolled away and seemed hushed in the distance. The scene around and before me and in the elements above were peculiarly impressive and singular. It was at once spoken of by several persons near me and looked upon as ominous of some future event in the West. In several letters written to my friends on the same evening, I alluded to the circumstances. So strong was the effect on my own mind. As the thunder rolls away, no rain falls, and it's an ominous picture. What's beyond those ridges across this river? Controversies that I have in my own home, the controversies that those Cherokee detachments and groups had, the controversies that we just talked about that ended 150 years ago, I can't help but think and channel what Ulysses S. Grant said when Union soldiers started cheering after the Confederate surrender. He said, "They're our countrymen again." I can't help but channel that back here to 1838. And to think that that nation that had ripped itself apart, were they going to be able to say that when they got to Indian territory? Were they going to be able to say there was a mistake, but we'll try to get past it? Is that going to be a reality? Unfortunately for many, it wasn't. Major Ridge, Elias Boudinot, John Ridge, they'll all be assassinated in Indian Territory because they signed the Treaty of New Echota. Because them doing that was punishable by death. That treaty still reverberates today. The signing of that treaty. Can we overcome controversy? Can enough time outlive history and put those controversies aside? Can we, as a people, put controversy aside? We still fight with inequality, rights, with who we are as a country, as individuals. What can we do to learn from what the Cherokee Nation went through, from what we ourselves have gone through? This is a men's story here on Moccasin. The side of controversy and how do we overcome controversy? How do we care? How do we love? How do we forgive? That's what this place is about. That's what this breeze is telling us. I encourage you to come back often. Walk this trail. Contemplate those things that are deeply rooted in ourselves. Read these waysides as you make your way down here and come to this bank and sit and listen and watch and think. What is your role in overcoming controversy? And how can you do it?
Well, I hope you all really enjoyed this series of videos I was able to shoot as I came out here with my dad to Moccasin Bend National Archaeological District, and I really enjoy this ranger guided tour. Awesome to learn about the Cherokee Indians and the Trail of Tears right here on Moccasin Bend in Chattanooga. I hope you really enjoyed this. Hope you really enjoyed the whole series of Trail of Tears videos I've been able to make. So just really cool, as once again the whole theme of this whole channel is to bring history alive, having a blast with the past, getting to see the sites where history happened. So cool. I mean, right now to walk on the actual Trail of Tears just brings history alive in an awesome way that I love doing this sort of stuff. And you know, I feel like I felt like when I was at Chickamauga Battlefield a while back, is that it's so beautiful now, but it was the scene of such sad things. Anyway, as I said, really need to come here, think about it. Hope you've really enjoyed these videos. Thank you so much for watching these videos. My channel, if this is the first time you've watched any of my videos, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, because each and every week I post new videos of me visiting historical places all across the nation. I know you won't want to miss any of that. So thank you to all for watching. Feel free to leave me a comment below on how you like this video. And this is Geocacher TN Photobug signing out. I am indeed having a blast with the past.